Welcome guys, welcome, come on in. In this training we're going to look at some key questions, how buyers buy, how buyers think, why they buy. And no matter what sales conversations you have or sales situations you'll find yourself in, essentially there's 7 sort of locks you have to go through before someone says yes. And these locks are questions that the prospect will subconsciously ask themselves. And it's your job to really go through this formula, answer these questions to empower the prospect to make a buying decision. But they can't make a buying decision without answering all of these questions. This is like a formula that when you go into a conversation and you will go through these questions, these 7 questions, it will really increase the likelihood of you making a sale. Now, the sales world can be very complex, but don't worry, this is be really simple for you. It will give you confidence and skill you needed to really excel in this area. So let's jump into it. Question number 1 is this: why should I listen to you? Our first question is really important because imagine meeting a potential customer for the very first time. They don't know anything about you, and the first thing that will cross their mind is trust. What they want to know is why should they invest their precious time listening to what you have to say? Are you someone that can really help them fix their pain, their desires, fix their problems, give them the end result they want? Can you really fulfill the needs they have? That's the first thing that goes for their head. Should I invest my precious time listening to what this salesperson has to say? That's the first sort of barrier, the tick box you have to do in the positive. Next question is this: what is it? What does it do? That's question number 2. So when you actually get to presenting your product, your service, your offer, it's crucial to get to the heart of the matter because no one likes to waste time. But in the same breath, you have to explain your offer in a really clear, relatable and understandable terms for that particular prospect. You have to show them how it can actually solve their problem, not just generically, but their problem, and fulfill their individual needs and desires. That's number 2. Next up, question 3, so important. Who else has done it? And more importantly, who else that I know? This is where this amazing thing called social proof comes into play. People seek reassurance. They want to know that others, especially those who they trust or they're familiar with, their peer group, their friends, whoever it may be, have benefited from what you are offering. That's the next one. Next on the list, number 4. Who says so? Who says so other than you? External validation matters. Your potential customers will rely on reviews, testimonials, endorsements, good words from industry leaders, anything to validate their decision. That's so important. Next key question, number 5, is what do I get? What do I get exactly? What do you get exactly? It's so important because clarity is essential. Your buyers want to know precisely what they receive in exchange for their investment. Write this down: a confused buyer will never buy. So whether it's the features of the product, the deliverables of a service, whatever it may be, they need clarity. Clarity is so important. I can't stress it. They need to know exactly what they are getting. I have seen so many salespeople in the corporate world, when we sit on the phones doing big sales room, and people couldn't articulate the offer clearly. The buyer didn't really know what they were getting. They understood some of it, maybe 70%, but who wants to buy 70%? You need to understand 100%. Clarity is so important. Next up, what's in it for me? What's in it for me personally? It's such a key question. This is number 6. It's all about here self-interest. It really is all about the buyer. They hold the power. So you need to highlight the personal benefits your buyer would experience. What would the prospect experience, both emotionally and logically? Whether it's a financial gain, whether they're going to save time, whether it's personal satisfaction, whether it's going to make them more beautiful, whatever it may be, you have to make it relatable to them. And then what we have finally is this. So what is the actual benefit I would enjoy from what you're offering? This is a key question. And it may sound like some of the others, but it really isn't, because this question leaves no room for confusion. It compels you to articulate the actual individual advantages that the buyer will enjoy. So putting all this together, these are like the 7 keys to the safe. It's like a framework to success. If you can answer all these 7 questions, these are the 7 questions that people will have in their heads, and they will be looking for answers. And when you address each of these key questions proactively, in other words, you try and answer them before they even get a chance, you'll be well on the way to closing more deals. You'll be able to really align your offers with the needs and the desires of your customers, and really increasing your chances of closing those deals. Now remember, these questions aren't inquiries, they're opportunities to build trust. They're opportunities to demonstrate value. They're opportunities to really show off how good your offer is. And if you can do all this stuff, you'll definitely be well on the road to achieving your sales goals. I hope that you found this really useful. Subscribe, like, and please comment. I love to hear what you have to think. But more valuable insights on sales and success in the next video. And remember, subscribe to my newsletter as well, and I'll see you in the next one.